going to be talking about Google image search for high quality photos. I am Nancy Barnes from Stories to Tell Books. This topic is of great interest to us because book design requires high quality photos. Many of our clients find images online or have received them from friends and family by email where the originals have been downsized to the point that they're not usable in a print book. We're going to talk about how you can search for duplicates or similar high quality photos at higher resolutions that are suitable for printing. You may have used Google image search by typing in search terms in the past, just as you use the regular Google search engine. And that works if you're looking for new pictures. But what if you want to improve a picture that you already own? Try this method. Go to images.google.com. And if you look in the search box, you'll see that in addition to a place to type, there's a camera icon. That's an indication of this second way to search, with your own image rather than words. Click on that camera icon and check out your options. You'll see a question mark icon to the right that will pop up a window with an explanation if you'd like to read. Your first option is to use an image from the web. And this saves you from having to download the image to your computer if you haven't already. You can just copy and paste the URL of an image you're trying to upgrade. Your second option is to browse your computer and select the file, which is a common way to upload. I prefer to use the third method, which is to drag and drop the image from my Windows Explorer, or Finder if you're a Mac person. To demonstrate, I'll use this image of the USS Ohio, which one of our clients downloaded from a Civil War website. Do you see how blurry and pixelated it is? Sometimes, of course, you can't be sure. I've really blown up this picture. And, of course, your 72 dpi computer screen isn't the best measure either. Compare the quality of pictures by the numbers. The image I received was tiny, just 16 kilobytes, with dimensions of 304 by 209, and at a resolution of 72 dpi. You don't really need to understand these numbers, but a good rule of thumb is if your image is under 100 kilobytes, it's pretty small, not suitable for printing. One of the immediate benefits of dropping your picture into Google image search is that if you haven't checked the size already, if you don't have Photoshop or a similar program that will show you the metadata of your pictures, Google gives you the picture's dimensions. It also suggests a search category for similar images in words. So in this case, it recognized the photo and labels it as 1820 ships, which may or may not be helpful for you. You can add additional search terms to narrow down or clarify your search. What I wanted was the identical image, not other pictures of ships, but bigger and better. Next to my image, it says, "No other images of this size found." Yet, among the visually similar results, I can find a possible match. So I will click on Search by Image Visually Similar. Now you can see in this case that there's a very good candidate right there on the first try. Yet visually similar can be very quirky. Try it yourself sometimes with a more abstract image. It lacks human judgment of the image's subject. It turns up its results by similarities in color and composition. So as you can also see, it turned up a Ford hat. Who knows why? So that's why rather than searching through infinite numbers of visually similar pictures, I go directly to the advanced search in the settings of Google image search. You'll find it in the pull-down menu under the settings icon at the top right. In this advanced search, if you start at the top, you'll see that advanced image search uses search terms and it allows you to refine them. See, I need this exact ship, the USS Ohio, not just any old 1820 ship. So I type in that term. And my biggest concern is the file size. My problem with this is that it's too small a resolution, so I'm going to select large from the image size pull-down menu. Now, the web has billions of small images because webmasters want faster loading pages that are intended to be read only on the screen. So, for this reason, there are relatively few large images. So if I don't get lucky, I might have to go back and switch the search term to medium if I don't find it in a large size. Another benefit of an advanced search is that you can specify the type of image. Now, the vast majority of images on the web are photos. So if you're looking for a hand-drawn illustration, your image would be buried in those millions of results you'd inevitably get in a standard search by subject. So you can filter out hand-drawn illustrations, and if you're looking for a portrait, the face filter also will weed out a lot of irrelevant photos. As you can see, there are many other settings in advanced image search that can be useful for you to narrow down what you're looking for. However, I want to point out one that's most important to me, the usage rights filter. It's an excellent tool for choosing images that will be published commercially. An image is usually modified in some way for book design. I usually need to crop it or layer it together with other images. And as soon as I've done that, it's considered modification. Not every provider of artwork is willing to have their original changed in some way. If the book is to be sold commercially, then we need permission. So the most permissions is the category free to use, share, or modify, even commercially. So by selecting this category, I can narrow the field to ones that I feel comfortable working with in my book design. And when I sell the book for a profit, I don't have to worry about any kind of copyright violations. Google Image Search uses this filter on sites that specify usage rights, like the Creative Commons. However, there are many images on the web that don't specify their usage rights. So don't let this filter limit your search. If you don't locate the image you need with it, there's a possibility it's still out there. Uncheck this filter and move back to a general search. So here's a before and after, the original version that I dropped into Google Image Search, and the image that I located, which is just what I wanted. It's big and it's free to modify and use commercially. It's clearer, it's sharper, and it's more detailed. And though you can't see all of that on the screen here, the numbers don't lie. When you want to know if an image is better, look at its size. This is 2 megabytes. It's 1240 by 833 dimensions, and at 300 dpi resolution, it will print out perfectly when it's sent to a commercial printer. I want to thank Jane Southwick for sharing the cover of her book. If you'd like to check it out, it's available on Amazon.com. If you'd like to learn more about book editing, design, and publishing, come over to StoriesToTellBooks.com and read our blog. We have hundreds of articles on these subjects that you can browse through. Also, check back with us again on Stories to Tell Books TV for future YouTube videos about these topics. I hope this has been useful to you, and thanks for listening.